Hi, I'm Luke O'Donovan, and if you're seeing this, I'm in prison. And even though trial's over, I still need everyone's support, perhaps even more so than before. Um, one of the ways that prison harms people the most and affects them the most is by pulling them away and separating them from their loved ones, their friends, and their family. It's very important to me that can be navigated as well as possible. And one of the ways that is allowed to us in prison for doing that is letters. It would mean a lot to me if people wrote me and just talk to me about their lives and about what's going on in the world. If you don't know what to write me, some things about me are that I'm vegan. I play rugby and I watch rugby. I'm a Munster fan and an Ireland fan. I like to read classical literature. I like to read Yeats poetry and James Joyce and Samuel Beckett. I listen to a lot of pop punk and hardcore music. If you want to write to me about that, or maybe if the facility I'm at lets me have music, you can send me some. I'm going to be moved around a lot in the time that I'm in, so keep an eye out on my support page so you know my address. I like to work out and stay fit. It would be nice to hear from people about their routines. I'd like to write people about that, to stay motivated, to have something to do, to get my mind off what's going on around me. And being vegan and also liking to work out makes food very important, and being able to choose what I'm eating. There are multiple ways you can support me in this. One is to write the facility I'm at to be sure I'm getting enough food and enough vegan food that I can be healthy. And another is to donate money to my commissary so that I can buy snacks. I also like comics. I was always a big Daredevil fan. I'm really into A Song of Ice and Fire and the whole Westerosi world. I've read all of what is out in the actual Song of Ice and Fire, but if you wanted to send me some Dunk and Egg or the graphic novels of A Song of Ice and Fire, I would love to get that. If there are any comics you like that I haven't mentioned, I'd love to talk to you about them. The same goes for poetry and literature. Also, something I haven't mentioned yet is I like to read theory. I am very inspired by Nietzsche, and as all Nietzscheans who are worth anything would say, I also enjoy Foucault. I'd like to talk about that. I'd like to receive books by Tikkun, or the Invisible Committee as well. They're very inspiring to me. And if there are things similar to these that you read and want to talk to me about and maybe send me, I'd love to have a sort of reading group going with people. I'd really like to be kept up to date on revolts that are going on around the world. It's very important to me to know about these. It's also very important to me that people understand that I was the victim of a homophobic attack, yes, and that's really the root of this whole situation. But also, I would not be in prison if the police had not arrested me and the courts had not convicted me for defending myself. And this is blatantly wrong, and obviously something that needs to be changed. And I just hope that people can use the example of my situation, not as something that just is depressing and downtrodden and paralyzing because of how terrible it is, but is instead inspiring and enraging and makes people work towards ending this type of thing.